Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I hope everything's okay in your life. In this video we will take a look at the July 12, 2024 Global Lab Update notes. A short but content-rich update is waiting for you. Without further ado, let's check what we have for this week. We have tiny changes in different categories. Let me read all of them. The Goldmont battleship, which was located in the safe zone above the water place, has been moved to a nearby combat zone. The attack range indicator of some monsters has been changed to be darker than before. Some sections of the tutorial has been improved to flow more naturally. Some movements of certain characters have been improved to be more natural during the tutorial. The effect of reducing the falling damage has been improved so that it applies when triple jumping while riding Mythical Dine that has acquired protection of Okiara skill. We will keep on the mount changes. Let me read this developer's note. You can check the list of the skills you have not acquired from the mount information of the horse you are currently riding. This has been improved so that you can also use it when you enjoy training multiple horses by connecting them through a wagon. Now, even if you do not check the information of the horse you have grown through training activities separately in the stable, you can check the list of the skills you have not yet acquired while riding the wagon and maintaining movement. The carriage mount information window has been improved so that you can now check the list of the connected horse skills for skills that you have not yet acquired. We have few UI changes. A button has been added to report whispers you have received at certain profanity. Unnecessary images have been removed from the reinforcement guides printed to new returnee adventurers. The message content when entering a season server has been modified. Added information that the total character level is updated at each regular inspection. The content related to Fugar's stopwatch has been removed from the season graduation screen. Okay, this is the first big update of this week. This is related with Siege War, and let me read the developer's note. A new siege weapon, the Dicroda artifact, has been added to help defend the castle during the siege war. This artifact surrounds the entire castle with a barrier preventing entry from the air. The Dicroda artifact does not need to be installed or managed separately and will be automatically placed near the outer gate, inner gate and command post when the occupation battle begins. The barrier and the area inside the area affected by this barrier will remain until the artifact is completely destroyed, and once destroyed, it will not be regenerated. As you can see, it is now impossible to enter the castle with a mythical horse if there is a barrier. In fact, we also had lots of concerns about this part. It was because we could see that so-called other unit, I don't know what is this, play could be used as single play content. So rather than blocking this method, we set up a method where the defending side uses a weapon, which is relics, that blocks the attacking side strategies, and the attacking side destroys the relics as needed to expand the range of strategies. It may not be perfect or reasonable method, but we will closely monitor the changes in the occupation battle along with the Dicroda relic update. We will also continuously monitor the battle patterns for the attack and the defense to provide more interesting occupation battle content. Thank you. So let's check what they are. If Ardonat or Mythical Ardonat attempts to enter the castle surrounded by the barriers using the skills, they will be affected by the wavelength of the Dicroda relic and fall down immediately. If Mythical Dine attempts to enter the castle surrounded by the barriers using the triple jump skill, she will be affected by the wavelength of the Dicroda relic and fall immediately. When surrounded by a barrier, movement using aerial movement techniques such as the above is restricted in all areas within the castle. The wavelength of the Dicroda relic affected both friendly and enemy forces, and the fantasy horses of the castle owner guild are also affected. The Dicroda relics are placed 2 near the outer gate, 2 near the inner gate, 1 near the command post. When the outer gate is destroyed, you can hit the Dicroda relic near the outer gate. When the inner gate is destroyed, you can hit the Dicroda relics near the inner gate and command post. We have few class changes about Warrior, Maeva, Striker and Mystic. Let's check what they are. For Warrior class, Flow Slashing and Death skill, added a description text to match the actual content when using the Flow Slashing Death skill, such as Shift RMB or RMB. For Maeva class, For Maiwa class, Chaos Red Moon skill, when using the skills Chaos Red Moon while having acquired a Maiwa Ascension to Heaven skill, the phenomenon where the second hit float effect was not applied has been fixed. For Red Blooming skill, the phenomenon of the first hit not being applied intermittently depending on the distance when using the Red Blooming skill has been improved. For Striker class Autumn Blaze skill, when acquiring the core Rampaging Predator skill, the issue with the Rampaging Predator skill wouldn't be linked to the Autumn Blaze skill has been fixed. For Mystic class Thunderpound skill, when using it while the Prey Hunt buff effect is applied, the phenomenon where the Forward Guard effect and the stun effect on hit were not applied in the sum action has been fixed. For Nova class Axel Rail Fencing Remise skill, the issue where damage was not applied when using the Axel Rail Fencing Remise skill while only having acquired the Axel Rail Fencing 1 and the 2 skill has been fixed. We have huge changes for Dosa skill, and this is the second big part of this update. Let's check what they are. The movement distance of the jump attack has been increased. When the character is slowed down due to the excess weight, the following skills can no longer be activated: Cloud Step, Deep Haze, Cloud Spire, Stratus Shift, Flow Cloud Drift, Cloud Shield, Flow Velum Slash, Flow Virga Shafts. For Cloud Veil skill, after the last hit of the Cloud Veil, it has been improved to smoothly link into other techniques. For Fog Bloom skill, after using the Fog Bloom, it has been improved to smoothly connect to the other techniques. The Cloud Shield has been changed so that it cannot be used by registering it in the skill slot. Changed so that the Super Armor effect is applied to the first movement when using the skill. After using the second hit of the Cloud Shield, it has been improved to smoothly connect to other skills. For Airy Piercer skill, after using the skill, it has been improved to smoothly connect with other skills. For Flow Twin Slash, fixed an issue where, when the Flow Velum skill could not be used, the Taekwondo Method skill would be activated instead of Flow Twin Slash skill when left-clicking after some skills. For Fog Cleave skill, the issue where the skill animation was not displayed when linking with the Fog Cleave skill after some skills has been fixed. For Prime Taeguk skill, fixed an issue where the second hit would not activate and the skill would end intermittently when turning into fog while using the Prime Taeguk skill. For Deep Haze and the Blade Wall skills, the issue with the linking of the Wind Shear and the Air Piercer to the Blade Walls and the Deep Haze skills was slow when linked after the certain skills has been fixed. We have long changes about Air Piercer skill. Cooldown of Air Piercer skill changed from 6 to 4 seconds, which is huge buff for PvP. When using Air Piercer, if the defense is successful, the defense success judgment will occur immediately. When using Air Piercer skill, if the defense fails, the connection to the other skills will be slower than before. However, the skills below remain the same as before: Flow Oblique Cleave, Prime Cloud General, Flow Cloud Drift, and Stratus Shift. Cloud Shields links are the same as before. When using the Air Piercer, the range in which the character can rotate according to the camera direction has been changed to be longer. The following skills have been improved to smoothly link with the Air Piercer skill while using them: Cloud Veil, Flow Twin Slash, Chain Final Slash, Flow Rising Slash, Chain Ricochet, Fog Cleave, Flow Oblique Cleave, Blade Waltz, and Cloud Spire. We have PvE and PvP damage buff on some skills. For Cloud Veil skill, 8% PvE, 6% PvP damage buff. For Flow Blinding Slash, 6% PvE and PvP damage buff. For Flow Twin Slash, 4% PvE, 2% PvP damage buff. For Winter Scale 1 to Absolute, this is the pet part of the skill, 267% PvE damage buff, 83% PvP damage buff. Same skill, Prime version, and the pet damage, 249% PvE damage buff, 161% PvP damage buff. For Taeguk skill, 2% PvE damage buff, 1% PvP damage buff. For Autumn Blitz, 4% PvE damage buff on the first hit and 4% PvP damage buff on the first hit. For Last Hit, 4% PvE damage buff and 2% PvP damage buff. For Spring Frost skill, 4% PvP and PvE damage buff. And the last part, we have few bug fixes about Dosa. The issue where the weapon was intermittently invisible when using the skill Fog immediately after linking with Prime Autumn Blitz, Prime Spring Frost, Prime Winter Skull and Prime Taeguk while using the other skills has been fixed. The issue of switching to combat stance in place when pressing E while sprinting in non-combat mode has been fixed. The issue where the Dosa's movement appeared awkwardly when resting at the campsite has been fixed. The issue where the combat accessibility feature did not work with some skills has been fixed. The The issue where the pickaxe and the visual effects were not visible when mining has been fixed. The issue of not performing unique actions when wearing trend camouflage or desert camouflage has been fixed. The issue where the movement were connected unnaturally when linking with the cloud shield and the fog bloom while using the Taeg way of wonder skills has been fixed, and that's all. Alright, I try to translate as accurately as possible. What are your thoughts on these Dosa changes and also the changes in the Siege War? Let me know in the comment section. I hope you guys like my contents. Do not forget, BDO is just a game. Have a nice game.